welcome back to the Rejected Gamers podcast.
How dare you take that? You just
Well,
took
shut
it.
the fuck up.
What the fuck, dude? Yo, what? Welcome back to the Rejected Gamers podcast. My name is Kevin, and I'm always... Wait, no. I'm here, as always, with my beautiful boyfriend, Chris. Jesus, I fucked that up. That was a brain fart.
That's all right. Welcome back, guys.
Yeah.
2 weeks in a row.
I know, we're killing it. And it's Thursday right now. No, don't talk about it. No, hold up. No.
Wait, are we killing it?
No, listen.
Are we killing it? Because the only reason this
We're
episode
making
is
up
a
for
thing
it.
because we missed. Yeah, we missed
Yeah,
an episode.
but we're killing it in return, is what I'm saying. So I'm still right. Yeah, we missed. Look, so basically what happened was we missed 1 week because of my car. My car got fucked up and I couldn't record. And I was just like, bro, fuck it, we're skipping this week. And so we did. We skipped it, and we felt so bad that we decided. Actually, Chris decided because I was like, okay, you want to do that? Sure, I'm fine with that. We decided to have 3 episodes in a row, back to back.
We had
And
the
then
thin
it's
one last week,
Yes.
this week, and then next week. And this one, there's just kind of like I don't know how long we're gonna be able to make this last, but it's just kind of like a fun little like special.
we don't know how long it's gonna make it last, dude. We're killing it with these jokes. Yeah, it's just like a special.
It wasn't a joke. I was just.
I know, it's fine, dude. I'm giving you credit. Just take it, dude. Take it and run. I do want to say before we get into what we're really getting into today, it's a fun little thing. I don't know if it's gonna be very long. It's just an extra episode because, like we said 3 times, we ended up missing. Hey, Chris, off your phone, sir. How dare you?
I was looking at your Twitter. Ashley has the kids.
Wait, what?
Broke up with my ex.
Oh,
in December,
yeah.
and
Dude,
then-
my tweet. I'm telling you, my tweets are getting better, and I'm so happy with it.
Make sure to follow us on Twitter
and on TikTok. Follow Chris on TikTok. He's making videos every day and like having a good time. Well, not every day, but pretty much.
I'm killing it.
Yeah, he's killing it. It's fine. He's the most consistent he's ever been. I haven't acknowledged it because I don't want to acknowledge it because then I feel like he's gonna stop, and I don't want him to stop. I think he should keep going. I did want to say, because I wanted to confess something on here that I have become weak. I already told you, Chris. Dude, this coronavirus is killing it. Like, actually killing it. No, but it's fucking me up, dude. And I've been lonely, and I don't have a girlfriend anymore, so I decided that I bought an OnlyFans.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I told you about that. I bought an OnlyFans. It was cheap, dude. It was like $5 for a month. I was like, you know what? Why not? And it wasn't any OnlyFans. I won't say which it was because
we shouldn't.
Yeah, because the only reason I'm not gonna say is because I potentially want to have this person on in the future. But great, you know them. You know it's one of the big ones. But you know what? I don't think they would mind. It was Mia Malkova. She's fire, and she's great. She's beautiful. Obviously, she makes great content. So I decided to invest in her future. Is what I'm saying to myself. But hey, whatever, man. And it's I don't know if it's. I'm gonna say this because I like Mia Malkova. It is worth it, especially for $5. But I wouldn't do it again. I'm not buying more OnlyFans.
You wouldn't do it for anybody else.
Depends. Like if a person in my real life, no, listen, fuck you. If a person in your real life that you work with or like someone that you think is attractive in real life made an OnlyFans, you're gonna buy it to see it. The curiosity is what I'm about. I'm not like horny all the time. Well, I am, but like
You're a cat. Curiosity killed the cat.
Whatever, man. All I'm saying is I bought an OnlyFans, and you shouldn't feel bad about buying OnlyFans, but just know you're a simp. And I just wanted to get that out there. So we can get into the actual topic of today, which is we decided
Conspiracy theories.
Yeah, so actually Chris came up with this. He decided we should do a bracket.
Technically, Finn came up with this.
Finn had the idea. Well, we talked about
we talked about it after the podcast. We talked
Yeah.
about conspiracy theories, and then I just had the idea. Let's just put them all together and
In a
see
bracket?
which one's the best.
And basically we're gonna let them duke out. We're gonna talk about each
duke
one of
out
them,
in the ring, man.
and then we're gonna choose which ones are the
All right,
better
we're gonna choose
of them.
Yeah. So how we're choosing which one moves up is either more like we'll talk about which one we think is more believable, and then which one personally we just like better.
Yeah.
And we'll just kind of go through that and see.
Well, the more believable thing is like the crazy thing is there's some that are are actually believable, and then there are some that are just
There's some that are just out of this fucking world.
Yeah. And we tried to choose
like top right, that bracket that is out of this fucking world.
that top right one is crazy. But like, here's the thing, right? We decided to choose ones that were like maybe not so known, but also we decided we had to choose the ones that everyone knows, because like we can't do a conspiracy theory thing without doing JFK or the moon landing. You know what I mean? Like those are obviously in there.
Yeah.
Same thing with. Oh shit, my bad.
And we tried to like pit conspiracy theories that kind of go along with each other for the first brackets.
Yeah, like we're not gonna do the Illuminati versus like Disney.
Yeah.
Or whatever. You know what I mean? Like it doesn't make any sense. So yeah, let's just get into it. We're just gonna talk about each one of them in the row of like. So like for example, we have JFK versus the moon. We should put the graphic up on screen while we're talking. I'll edit it, so I know what to. Kevin, you know what to do.
You'll figure it out.
Yeah, put the actual bracket up on screen so they can see. It's a shitty bracket that I made in like 2 seconds, so it's nothing crazy. But yeah, that's what we're going off.
At least you know what we're talking about.
Yeah, so we're gonna talk about the two of them first. So like JFK and the moon landing, we're gonna talk about first the JFK and then the moon landing, and then we're gonna be like, oh, which one's better, dude? And then we're gonna move them up according to that, basically. So I don't know if I explained that right, but if you know what a fucking bracket is, you're fine, dude. How about that?
Washington Post has no chill.
About
the first sentence on this like JFK assassination thing is there was fake long before there was fake news. There was the assassination of President John F. Kennedy.
Jesus Christ, what the fuck?
Jesus Christ.
Well, yeah, that's one of the biggest. I feel like we should start bottom right because they're like softer.
Okay, you wanna go inside?
Because like, dude, yeah, JFK and the moon landing is great. Yeah, let's start small, bro. Okay, yeah, let's. You know what? Fuck it. We'll just do random. We'll just do randomly. Like, we won't choose. We'll start bottom right, and then we'll choose the next one.
Oh, bottom right. All right.
Yeah, so we'll choose.
These are kind of the ones that I don't like know too much.
Well, I know a lot about it. And I love talking, as you know, because dude, I'll never forget the first episode of the podcast. I felt like shit because I always I was literally interrupting you, and I was like, dude, I feel like shit. No one said anything, luckily, but I felt bad. I even told you afterwards. I'm like,
no, you did, but like I didn't care because I knew that I wasn't talking that much.
Yeah, but I mean, you're now. Well, now we're fucking professionals. What are we on? Episode like 5, 6?
Yeah, we're professionals.
We're episode 6.
Why the fuck is Dex calling me? What the fuck?
Tell that little bitch ass. Tell him we're recording the podcast. Don't be rude. Tell him we're recording the podcast. I already know you were being rude. Fucking relax.
No, I wasn't.
Yeah, you were. Okay, so let's start off with the bottom right. The bottom right, as you can see from the previous... I'll put a timestamp so you can see... Or maybe I'll put a link to like the picture so you guys can actually follow along. Yeah, I'll do something like that so you guys can actually follow along.
Bottom right, we've got Siri can hear you, which... The past like 4 days, my fucking phone has just been going off. Like Siri's just been going at it.
This one I have a personal attachment to, and I'll tell you a story about why I'm freaking out about it.
Siri, I hope you can hear me. Fuck you.
Well,
see, like it's weird when I say her name, it doesn't do anything. But I'll say something about like fucking McChicken nuggets. Yeah, and it'll go off.
Yeah, it's a random time. Well, first of all, Apple, fix your fucking phones, dude. Because I'll be like, hey, yeah, I love going to the Syrian government, and then they'll hear me. I thought it was gonna work. It didn't work. But like, I'll say something that has nothing to do with Siri. It sounds nothing like Siri, and then it'll fucking play. Like I just said Siri twice, and it didn't do anything. But if I'm talking about like, oh yeah, my toes feel curly-toed fingers, they'll hear me. That had made no sense, and they'll hear me. It's fucking stupid. Fix your shit.
Fix your shit.
But let's get into this, right? Siri can hear you. The reason I chose this one, because this is my pick. The reason I chose this one is because I work at Chipotle. Nobody knows that by now. I talk about it sometimes. But I work at Chipotle. I have my friend named Tyler. He's on the grill. We fuck around a lot. We talk about a lot of shit. You know, me and my friend Tyler and Alex, we just talk about a lot of shit. So one day, Tyler out of nowhere says, yo, do you know that Siri is always listening? Always listening. I was like, what are you talking about? And then he said, yeah, and it always knows your location, no matter if you have the location on or if you have Wi-Fi or not. And I said, bullshit, that's not real. And so I have my location off, and I said, hey, Siri, It didn't even work. That's crazy. I said, whatever, Siri. What's my
Where am
location?
I?
Where am I, or something like that. And it told me the address as to where I'm at. Let me just tell you, I have my location off. They're fucking spying on us. And then I even told them about. Do you remember when Xbox had that whole scandal about that you had to connect your like the Kinect thing, the little camera?
Yeah.
But
yeah.
and at the same time it was always on, and they admitted that it was always on, and people were pissed.
Yeah, even if like you weren't using the fucking Kinect.
Yeah, even if you weren't using Kinect, which is crazy, dude. That's insane. I think that's real. I think that goes into like another conspiracy theory, which is like
That has to be against the law. If they came out and openly admitted, yeah, the camera's always on. That has to be like some kind of.
well, no, because the thing is, how many times have you read the terms and agreements to any update?
That's also
it's
true.
probably in there. We just haven't read it. Like I haven't read it. I'll be honest. I could be selling my fucking
I'm not
children.
gonna read them.
Dude, I could be selling my body parts and I wouldn't even know, dude.
Yo, that's a video idea. Reading the terms and conditions.
That sounds so boring, but it's a good idea.
That's funny.
All right. Well, yeah.
If I see any motherfucker with the video that says reading the terms and conditions,
Yeah, we're copying on it right now, so eat it.
I'm
down.
gonna freak the fuck out.
Yeah, so Siri can hear you basically, which is crazy to think about. And it's scary.
This is one of the ones that I actually like. I believe like.
Well, let's get
like-
into the second. Well, I believe it. It is an obvious thing. It's not really a conspiracy so much as it is a fact. But the second one that we're about to get into, the hidden camera one, is not funny.
This is like hidden cameras in like hotels and shit like that, right?
Well, yeah, Airbnbs, hotels, and they don't need to. The thing is, the thing that's weird. So I saw this on Shane Dawson, obviously. Like that's where everybody sees this shit now. But there's this thing in Airbnb that technically they don't need to disclose that they have cameras. Like there's a weird contract there. It's fucking weird. Like they just can't put cameras in places where like common areas, or no, not common areas, like private areas, such as the bedroom, such as like the bathroom. But in common areas, you don't even have to disclose that there's cameras there. But hey man, if you're with your girl, who the fuck starts at the bedroom? We're starting on the couch. We're starting in the bathroom. We're starting like on the lawn. We're starting there and then moving into the bedroom. Which I don't want nobody watching me fucking kiss somebody. I don't want anybody, saying some weird dirty shit to my girl. Like that's fucking weird. So the idea is that they can hide hidden cameras in ordinary things. So like this fucking bag of chips from Chipotle that I got yesterday.
Yeah, I saw it was like alarm clocks, picture frames.
Yeah,
shit
like the
that.
craziest thing, like water bottles, pens, like the craziest shit, and you don't notice them, and it's creepy because there have been cases of multiple Airbnbs and hotels and motels that have hidden cameras, and they just like are fucking weird, and they just set them up and then they record you, which is crazy.
I saw one where like a video, this guy went into his bathroom and he was like, yeah, so our landlord came in here like the other day to fix something in the bathroom, and he looked up at these flowers that they had in a vase, and he could see this blue GoPro.
Yeah,
the landlord
I saw
like,
that one.
just set up.
Yes, it's weird. And again, these two, that's why we pit them up against each other, because they're real. They're not actual like conspiracies. They're just real things that are scary as fuck. So,
but also, who the fuck enjoys just spying on people? That's just weird.
No, yeah. Well, I mean, I think it's more of a sexual thing than it is anything, because
well, obviously it's a fetish, but like.
Well, I'm saying like you're not gonna put it in like the fucking the weird part about this isn't the fact that they have like hidden cameras. I mean, it's fucked up and wrong that you have hidden cameras in a common place. However, a common place, if it's your Airbnb and it's your home, like obviously you want to protect it. I get that. However, it's
but
weird.
Invading the privacy of others, like in bedrooms,
yeah,
and
that's
bathrooms,
that's weird.
That's fucked up.
You want to see some tits? I get it, man. I get it. You want to see some tits, okay? But you could just
we
go.
We all want to see some titties. Just go on fucking Google, bro.
Dude, go on Google. There's so much porn. It's crazy. Or pay $5 for fucking the $5 you spent on the actual fucking GoPro or whatever the camera.
Premium's free right now.
Yo, Premium's free right now. It's crazy. I so regret the OnlyFans after that, dude. Premium is fire, but dude, you could spend the $5 that you spent on the hidden cameras to just fucking buy a premium, or OnlyFans. Like, just jerk off randomly, dude. Don't be weird, dude. Okay, so speaking about
jerk
those,
off randomly. Don't be weird.
jerk off randomly. Like, you're on a bus stop, like, just fucking.
fucking jerk
actually,
off.
I don't really know what a bus stop is anymore. We're fucking quarantined all the time.
Yeah, we don't have those anymore.
So yeah, which one do you think is more realistic or scarier? I guess because at this point they're both
Like, they're
real.
both real. I think the scarier one is the Siri because more people are using iPhones than people going at Airbnbs.
Well, and the thing is, and to kind of add weight to that, because I agree with you, but to add the scary factor to that, I heard that iPhone cameras are always on, which is fucking, dude. They've seen
something
my
that I
dick.
also thought because I have the 10, so it has Face ID.
Yeah, so it's
Right?
always, exactly. So it's always watching. Plus, it has your fucking face, dude. That is so weird. Deep fakes. That's a different
Also,
thing.
if I've ever been like doing something while I looked at my phone, that's self-incrimination.
Well, we'll talk about it after the podcast, but you know what I've
Yeah.
done on my
Yeah.
phone on Snapchat stories. So yeah, I guess Siri can hear
You
you.
just outed yourself.
No, it's
yeah.
fine,
So
dude.
Siri can hear you is gonna
Definitely win that. That's definitely an easy one.
definitely.
We can go. Let's just go up. Fuck it, dude. Let's just have an actual order instead of being all chaotic, because then people are gonna be like freaking out or whatever. This is one that you brought up, I think, right? Paul is dead.
The Paul is dead, and you brought up the Britney voice because I don't know anything about the Britney voice, but the Paul McCartney conspiracy theory is that he died in like 1969 in a car crash, and that the Beatles hired some lookalike to play Paul McCartney, and that he's been dead this entire time.
Well, I mean, that's way cooler than mine. The Britney voice is basically, it's just cool. It's a conspiracy theory that when she was little, she had a very powerful voice, like a very strong and loud, powerful voice, and now she's known for that baby, like, or whatever the fuck. So it's like, yeah. And then like, there's this video that was mad weird where she was singing and then it looked very sped up, which made her voice baby-like. So I mean, that's just kind of like a thing where it's like, well, I mean, it's probably just the people up in the higher echelon that are being like, hey, people like your baby voice are gonna continue doing that, Britney, you stupid bitch. But Paul is dead is so much cooler than that.
It is.
Yeah.
And there's like so many things like little things like on the Abbey Road album cover, which is everybody has seen. Yes. Everybody knows what I'm talking about. The iconic Beatles crossing the road. And then everybody has also seen the Volkswagen in the back of the license plate. It's like a fucking like it means something. And then on Sgt. Pepper, I could go on for hours talking about this, but the Sgt. Pepper thing,
yeah, but like there's a lot of songs and like albums. Like, do you remember Hotel California? You know Hotel California?
Yeah.
So sped up or slowed down and played backwards, it sounds like he's talking about the devil and like shit like that.
I've always wanted to like take songs and reverse them because everybody says that about like old rock songs, like classic rock songs. And I used to love classic rock, and I want to do that. And because people have said the same with like Revolution 9 from the Beatles as well.
Yeah, there's a bunch. That's what I'm saying. There's a bunch. I honestly think that it's one of two things, which we'll get into now because we're about to talk about the Illuminati. But it's either the Illuminati and they're like the devil, and and that's kind of the clause in the deal. You have to write random shit in your songs, and that's why when you play backwards, whatever. But also, I don't believe that. So I just think that they're fucking with you. Like, you know how you know how many people sit there days and days and listen to classic rock songs and then play it backwards to try to find some secret message that supposedly means something. Like, so many people are crazy like that.
Burgundy sauce.
I think it's on purpose. Is burgundy sauce? What the fuck? What are you talking about?
It was this thing going around TikTok where you say burgundy sauce backwards. Don't think about it too hard. We're just gonna keep moving on.
All right, yeah.
We're gonna be here for hours. Paul is Dead is obviously the better of the
yeah, I mean, it's just cooler. Like, the Britney voice, I think, is real, so it's whatever.
Now, because we're putting up Paul is Dead and Siri can hear you. Between Britney voice and Hidden Camera,
what do you think would win?
Yeah, which ones do you think is better?
Hidden Camera.
Candid Camera, yeah.
Yeah, there's no those are. That's why I didn't put them against each other because it obviously would lose. I thought because there was like two celebrities. You know?
Yeah.
But yeah, okay. So let's move on to Illuminati and
yeah.
Let's move on to those.
Club.
I don't know, man. You brought up 27 Club, so I think you're talking about that.
All right. Well, if you don't know what the 27 Club now it's kind of like the 21 Club with all these rappers.
Yeah.
But the 27 Club, it's a group of artists and actors and actresses, mainly musicians, but they all died at the age of 27, and I'm pretty sure there was like a fucking.
They had a white lighter in their pocket.
They had a white lighter. Yeah, they had a white Bic lighter in their pocket.
That's weird. That one is weird.
First of all, who the fuck has a white Bic lighter? Like,
I think the 27 Club is stupid. Like the fact that it's 27. Like I don't think there's I don't think there's a meaning to it. Like the devil's not being like, oh, you got this many years or whatever. It's like I don't think that's the case. But the white lighter in their pocket, that's fucking weird. That I can't explain. The 27 Club, maybe a lot of these people, not most of them, but a lot of them had problems with drugs and like just had mental health issues and. It just so happens that they died at 27. That's how I feel because I'm just like very anecdotal. But white lighter, that's fucking weird, dude. That's weird.
I had almost forgot about it, and I think you wanted me to forget that I was gonna bring this up.
No, I was gonna bring up Kurt Cobain.
Because fucking Kurt Cobain, motherfuckers. That's one of the conspiracy theories that I wanted to touch on just by itself, but we decided since he did die at 27, we'll fucking put it up against this as well. We'll just kind of leave him out as a whole. Kurt Cobain didn't kill himself. I'm going to say that.
I don't think so either. Don't say who you think it was. I do agree with you, but I also don't want to,
I'm glad you agree with me. I'm glad you agree with me. But there's also the fact that he was so doped up on drugs, on I think it was heroin as well.
Yeah.
There's no way he pulled the trigger.
Yeah, how do you? That's well, it's like the thing of like when Mac Miller died, right? I'm like he was doing so good, like, and now you die out of nowhere, and then we found out that it was actually marijuana laced, or I think it was cocaine that was laced with something that fucking inevitably killed him, and the guy knew he was doing that, so. I don't know, man. Hollywood's fucking weird and scary, and there's a lot of weird people in LA. So, I definitely agree with you. Just as a side topic, I definitely agree with you with the Kurt Cobain thing. I don't think he killed himself, but the fact is, he died at 27 with a white lighter in his pocket, and a lot of people do. Or a lot of musicians do, a lot of artists do. Now, like you said, it's more of like the 21.
Nowadays it's not as prevalent because we're just like
motherfucker. Juice WRLD said I'm making it past 21, and he barely made it past 21. He was 21, I think, when he died.
Yeah, he was 21,
which is crazy. He was fat. I had no idea he was fat. Like I don't know how he hid that so well.
I could see it.
I didn't even notice because I never even watched music videos. But there's a music video where he had, like, no shirt on and he just had a vest. And then he had, like, a belly. He wasn't fat. He had a belly. And I was like, damn, Juice WRLD? What the fuck? I didn't even know that. Just as an off-topic thing. But, 27 Club is fucking weird. There's a lot of artists that die. Obviously, a lot of artists just die young in general because they have problems with drugs or whatever it may be. But 27 Club, white lighter in their pocket, it sounds like a serial killer, like these are
like the fucking white lighter killer.
Yeah, the white killer, white lighter.
All right.
I wasn't making it racial. That was no racial. I didn't mean it to be racial.
So moving on to this next conspiracy theory, up against this 27 Club, the Illuminati.
And here's my thing, right?
Please don't kill us.
Don't kill us, okay? We're just talking about
We don't know anything.
Well, the thing is, the Illuminati goes back a really long time ago.
Yeah,
and it's weird. I mean, it was made by some fucking degenerate that like didn't care about, like, he had like no money and shit, and they didn't accept him into like some church, so he basically made the Illuminati to be like, hey, fuck you. And then it wasn't like a big deal back then. Now it seems like, I think it's just because like there's so many powerful people in the world, and they all hang out with each other. And have you heard the conspiracy that you remember that iconic moment when Kanye West went up on stage and like embarrassed Taylor Swift?
Yeah.
And then she came out in a red dress. She changed dresses.
I don't remember that.
Well, afterwards, when she got embarrassed, she went to the back to accept her Grammy, to keep it, to hide it, whatever the fuck they do with the Grammys, or whatever the fuck it Grammy. I don't know what it was, but then she went to the back and got changed because she got unnominated. She wanted to do a speech or like perform or some shit. She got into a red dress. The theory, and this is crazy because I don't even know where you pull all these facts out of your ass or something, but the theory is that Kanye West is obviously in the Illuminati, obviously, right?
Obviously.
And he that was the moment where the initiation process is basically embarrass the artist and then they have to wear red. How the fuck you pulled that out? I have no idea.
Let me see another example of that, and then maybe I'll consider it.
I think there was like another example. I can't remember what it was, but I think there was, because I remember when I was a kid, it had some weight to it. But now here's where I take a turn. Do I think the Illuminati is real?
Isn't the Illuminati like? Don't they have something to do with like on the dollar bill, the fucking pyramid on the back?
Yeah. There's a whole conspiracy that the pyramids have like some hidden message and shit like that, which I wouldn't disagree with because I don't know, but I'm not trying to feed you guys
false information.
False information one, but I'm not trying to feed your insanity because some of this shit is crazy. But I do think I don't think the Illuminati. I don't think the Illuminati is an actual thing. I don't think they go by that name. I don't think that
it's Illuminatus.
No, I think that there are there's definitely secret organizations that we don't know about. Even the other day, which I don't want to get into Alex Jones because every time you say his name, I'm gonna bleep that out actually. But the guy making the frogs gay. You know who I'm talking about. That guy. Apparently back when he was first getting big, there was this thing that he did where he basically went undercover as a Republican he was already a Republican, but he went undercover and tried to get into the secret organization, and he did, and they were fucking sacrificing a fake puppet into fire and shit, and it was mad weird. I wish I knew the name of it. Joe Rogan talked about it. It was fucking crazy, dude.
Yeah, I don't know anything about this, but
so my point is that maybe there's not the Illuminati, but there's definitely secret organizations and some sort of new world order type thing where they want to do it, but I don't know if they have all the power in the world. I think the government is scarier than the Illuminati, to be honest. I think the government's fucking
fucking bank runners.
Yeah, but I think that people believe Illuminati is the government, so I don't believe that, but yeah, I mean, it's a lot of cool shit like that. Jay-Z's a part of the Illuminati, Beyonce part of the Illuminati, fuck Kanye West part of the Illuminati. Like, anybody that's famous and popular, like, they got their fame somehow, and the way they got their fame was because they signed a deal with the devil, and now they're a part of the Illuminati, which I don't believe. I think people are just talented, and they got lucky, and there was opportunity, and that's more believable to me than that the devil signed some sort of deal with you. Sorry, guys. I know.
Now the real hard part about this is
choosing.
Yeah, which one, man? Which one's better?
I think okay, so I've always had this idea for a game, right? About the Illuminati and about there's like a bunch of conspiracy theories. I think I told you about it, but the Illuminati has a lot of lore, which is cool.
Yeah, no, it does.
But the 27 Club is way cooler because of how coincidental. Like a lot of the Illuminati shit is like grasping at straws. Like, he made a triangle in his post, and it's like she had a red dress on, and Kanye West embarrassed her. Like, dude, where do you even get this information? So I think 27 Club wins just because of the pure fact that it's more ridiculous and more like, if it is true that there's some fucking serial killer white lighter, I don't think that's not the theory, but it's very coincidental and weird. Like that, all of them died at 27. All of them had a white lighter. Like, that shit's weird. So I think that one wins.
I can agree with you on that. I also agree with the whole like Illuminati's really reaching for some of their facts.
Well, and also like that's kind of like the same thing that happened with like flat Earth. It's a lot of grasping at straws. They have some good points, but also most of it is.
We'll get into that in a bit.
Yeah, we have that on here. So
this next one, I was kind of excited for, just because like
it's cool. Yeah, it's funny and cool. Like,
we have Area 51 and lizard people.
Well, do you know anything about the lizard people? Because
kind of. Do you know that Rhett and Link made a lizard people YouTube video, right? Like 4 years ago.
I think I did watch something like that. I don't remember it at all, but I think I do.
I don't expect you to remember it, but in their video, they were just talking about this conspiracy of the lizard people and who this website they were going off of said which celebrities were lizard people. It was like the Bush and all that. My grandfather was on that fucking list.
Oh yeah, no one knows this, but Chris's grandpa was like famous.
Yeah, he was a country music singer.
Do you want to say his name or no?
I mean, yeah, it was his stage name was Boxcar Willie.
Boxcar Willie. If anybody knows who the fuck that is, because I honestly,
parents.
Well, yeah, ask your parents, because I don't know anything about country, so I didn't know who the fuck that was. But that's an interesting fact about Chris. He has a famous relative, which is pretty fucking cool.
I'm also related to Tommy Lee Jones.
I don't know who that is.
That's the guy from Men in Black. That's not Will Smith.
No way. That's crazy. I can see that. I'm not related to anybody cool. Probably some like slave back in the day or something, but which is cool. That
just back in the day.
Well, I mean, I'm Cuban, so like my grandma's like black.
What if you're related to Fidel?
Don't say that. I don't want to be related. Well, actually, that'd be pretty cool. Sorry to my Cuban homies, but that'd be pretty cool. All right, let's actually talk about what we're talking about.
Cuban homies.
So basically, lizard people and Area 51. So basically, aliens versus lizard people is what we're doing here. So the lizard people.
All right, so let's start with this. Do you believe Area 51 has aliens and they're hiding like the government?
100%. Okay. I don't know if it has like alien, like little green people, but I know that there's some weird shit going on at Area 51, and there's a lot of shit that's weird about it. I don't think the thing is here. I'm crazy.
Yo, so, you think they got a Bigfoot chilling in Area 51?
No, I think there's a separate location for those things. Like mythical and then like alien species are different things. So
alien is super mythical, but whatever.
Well, no, I'm saying alien is from outer space. Bigfoot is here.
Like extraterrestrial.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Sorry. Yeah. So I think. Well, here's the thing. I'm crazy, right? I've looked into Area 51 a lot. There's theories that Area 51 is just what everybody looks at, but in reality, there's this other base called Area 52, which is a whack name. But Area 52, that's in the middle of the ocean.
Original.
Yeah, real original, you fucking idiots. Rebrand. Dude, what the fuck are you doing, government? The Area 52 is in the middle of the ocean, and it's the real place where they keep all these things. But, and I agree with that, and here's why, right?
That would make sense.
Well, yeah, because you're just gonna put a bunch of fucking alien shit in the middle of this fucking desert, dude? No! Why would you do that? You put it in the middle of the ocean where nobody can fucking reach you. Yo, if it was me and I was the government, I'm putting it in the middle of the Bermuda Triangle. There's nobody getting to me, okay?
That's why everybody keeps fucking dying, because there's all the aliens blasting the ships.
Yes, dude. I'd put it in the middle. Dude, I'd put it in the middle of the fucking Bermuda Triangle.
Also, what is that saying that like only 7% of the entire ocean has been explored?
Yeah, no one's going out there.
Nobody's gonna fucking search the ocean.
Dude. Who's good? You know how many people go to the fucking desert over there? A lot of them, dude. And I'm not convinced that the government is that fucking stupid. If you don't have Area 50, you got aliens Area 51, you're an idiot. You're a stupid, dumb idiot. And I hate you. Because Area 52 is where it's at. But that's a different fucking conspiracy. Area 51 definitely has some sort of thing going on there. There's definitely some weird... If it's not aliens, it's definitely some sort of weapon, maybe chemical warfare, maybe like some sort of nuclear warfare, but there's some shit that they don't want us to know about. And look, I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
I'm okay with that. I don't want to know that there's an actual real Bigfoot, okay? Because I wouldn't be able to sleep. And that's all I would think
if
about.
I knew that something like Nessie or something like that lived in the ocean, I probably wouldn't want to go around the ocean anymore.
Never go to a beach again.
They are doing this for our safety.
Yes.
They're nice. The government.
We sound like
they're not that nice. Never mind.
We sound like we don't want to die. I want to know what's in Area 51, but at the same time, I only want to know if it's like aliens. But if it's like,
I'd love to have an alien on the show.
Oh, come on the show, guys! Fucking alien species up there, man. Come down here.
Come on down.
The thing is, I think I want to know what's in Area 51 if it's like aliens or if it's like fucking, you know, some mythical thing that we think isn't real, unicorn.
I want to see a UFO, like a fucking alien blaster or some shit like that. Like that'd be so sick.
Yeah, like I want to know about that stuff. But if it's some sort of like, you know, just some weapon that we're planning to use on somebody, like I don't want to know any of that
Death
shit.
Star, like fucking 3.0.
Yeah,
I don't give a
I've
fuck.
seen
Shut
the
the fuck
movies.
up.
I want to know about aliens. That's what I want to know. I want there to be aliens, but yeah, I think there's aliens there. I don't know if it's green people. I think maybe it's boring aliens. That's like, you know.
I bet they're gray.
I also agree with you. I don't think they're
Like
green.
they look like Roger from American Dad.
Yeah. Well, and the thing is, I think there might be aliens, but I don't think that there's aliens in how we see them, which is a really boring way to think about aliens. But I don't think that they're intelligent. If we do have aliens, I don't think that we have intelligent aliens held captive, because if we did, then we would be more intelligent.
They ain't that smart.
Yeah, exactly.
They ain't that smart if they got caught.
And even then, it's not fun. So I think it's like maybe some fucking random thing that we found on Mars, that maybe there's a plant and it was growing and there's water on Mars, and that's what they don't want us to know. Maybe it's like something like that, but which I know is a really boring way to think about it, but it's more realistic, and I'm trying to keep it realistic, and I'm trying to keep it real 100%. You know what I'm saying, dog?
Lizard people.
So now this one, and I know I just said I wanted to keep it real, this one's real. I don't know if it's lizard people, but there's definitely robots out there.
Okay.
Dude,
okay.
Do you remember in 2016 when it was Hillary versus Trump, and the biggest thing that the I don't know if it was the Trump administration or if it was just Republican Party that was like, they were going, you know how like they always go after each other. It's like, oh my God, you know, like now Trump coughed and he's not getting tested or whatever. It's like back then Hillary was like the thing that was they were attacking her for was besides the email scandal and, you know, her being weird as fuck and scary, was the fact that she looked like she was dying and like passing out and fainting and like having a lot of problems. And then there was like the Paul is dead theory. There was a theory that she had a clone, and I 100% believe it.
Now, I really wanted to put the Clintons on this bracket, but we decided not to.
Just stop talking about it there. Nope. Because Epstein thing, fucking weird. And we should have put it on here, but that's not even a conspiracy. He didn't kill himself. He didn't, and that's scary. And I don't want to think about it.
And that's not a meme. That is.
And by the way, when
real.
I said there was conspiracy theories, I'm just a messenger, and I had nothing to do with the actual conspiracy theory, Hillary Clinton. So please, I wanted you as president. I think. No, I didn't.
No, you didn't.
No, I didn't. I just wanted to make her feel good. I didn't want you as president at all. I'm sorry. Fuck.
I mean, you didn't want Trump anyway either. So.
No, yeah. Well, nobody wanted either of them. So
either of them.
Yeah, there was. We're not getting into this, so let's.
Lizard people.
I think Area 51 is way cooler than lizard people. Tenfolds. Lizard people is just like, oh, like there's like government lizard people, like whatever.
Dude, I want lizard people to win because like lizard people is such a funny conspiracy theory.
Yeah, but also,
it doesn't hold up against Area 51,
and it also doesn't hold up against 27 Club. So obviously, 27 Club's gonna win. So I want to keep it fair. Area 51 is way better.
Yeah,
there's just cooler shit, dude. There's like a whole thing, and I won't get too much into this because I will talk about it for 3 hours. But there's this whole thing where this guy said he used to work at Area 51, and they were having him develop a chemical. It was like, I don't remember the actual name of the chemical, but it was like Chemical 22 or 122 or some shit like that.
Chemical X.
No,
create
but
the
that's not
perfect
wait, what-
little
Oh,
girls.
that's that. Okay, yeah, I was like, what the fuck is that from?
Sugar, spice, and everything
Nice. No, but that show is fucking weird. By the way, it's a grown man making three
A
girls.
grown man making
Fucking
these were the
weird.
perfect ingredients to make the perfect little
Well,
girls.
I saw one thing that was like that. That's so weird that he put to like he made him so strong that he couldn't even fuck him. Or whatever. It was just so fucked up.
No. We're talking about
Area
something
51.
else.
Oh yeah, there was this weird thing where he was trying to replicate this this chemical that was in these spaceships that were there at Area 51, these flying saucers, these UFOs. And this was back in 1970 something or whatever. And he talked about how they had this technology that was so crazy. He had this thing where they put their hands on it and it read their fingerprints and it allowed them access into the base, which is fingerprint scanning, which is a thing that we have now, but back in 1960, whatever the fuck, they didn't have that. So it was a lot of cool things, a lot of just weird things that he could have been lying, mind you.
Yeah.
But he was contracted to work at Area 51. That's been proven. He was a physicist or some shit, and I believe it. 100% believe it. So Area 51 has to win. That's my point. Even though we were already going to put it there, I just wanted to talk about it. Because when we talk about 27 Club, I'm going to have an argument for Area 51. Like a really good one. So, yeah, let's move on to the Mandela Effect and Disney.
Mandela Effect and Disney. All right, so we already when we made this bracket, we already knew that which one was gonna move up on this bracket. Because like the Mandela Effect is cool and all.
Yeah, but it's bullshit.
Which if you don't know, it's like, oh yeah, all these things that you remember as a kid, they're not actually like.
Well, people take it one step further. There's the people that say, isn't that crazy that Febreze is spelled with no E at the end, or it has an E, or whatever the fuck? Is it crazy that Curious George didn't have a tail, or whatever? Which granted are things that are weird, and that's strange. But it's all based, and then there's some people that base it off of the, I don't know if you've seen Butterfly Effect.
Yeah.
With Ashton Kutcher, I don't know how to say his name, but he basically the things that you do in the past affect the future. If you step on a butterfly, it's gonna change the future some way. Maybe not in a drastic way, maybe in a small way, but that's
it's still gonna change it.
So that's what people are saying, that people are time traveling and they're going back and that they're fucking stepping on some shit and fucking some shit up. And now Curious George doesn't have a tail. The thing I don't believe about this is why the fuck, if that's the way time travel works, that's trash as fuck. That if you go back in time and I step on an ant. Well, I want the world to explode. I don't want Curious George's tail to fucking change. That is so whack. Okay? If that's the way time travel works, fucking you can save it. I don't want it. That's trash.
You imagine, like, that's also something that you would never know happened. Like, you never knew you changed. But, like, you step on an ant, you go back into the future, and then all of a sudden, like, 10 years down the line, you just hear, man, Curious George never had a tail. That's weird.
Yeah, how would you even remember that?
And then you're just like, huh, that is weird.
Well, the thing is, it makes no sense, because if you change the past, if you go back in the future right now, this is my thing, right? This is how I think about time travel. If you go back in the future now and you step on a butterfly or whatever the fuck, and the world changes for whatever, like the better or the good, it isn't, or the better or the worse, it doesn't matter. But how would the person in that time
know
that they changed, something changed? Yeah. It would always be the same to you. I don't know how the universe works, but that's more plausible, right? What's more plausible? The fact that you're a fucking idiot and don't remember that Curious George had a tail or not? Or the fact that
somebody's traveling around time fucking everything up by stepping on some ants.
Yeah, dude.
Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, Mandela's stupid. Like, it's cool. And, like, back to the whole... Because I had a whole video game idea about, like, conspiracy theories and shit that I might do sometime in the future at some point, where it was all the conspiracy theories were real and they were all based on the Illuminati. Like, the Illuminati was the head of the conspiracies, basically, and they were the ones. Boss. Yeah, like Area 51. Area 51 was...
They're like little side quests.
Yeah, they're the things that were in the game, and Illuminati controlled all of them. so Mandela effects is cool for that. Like Mandela, I named like the people Mandela travelers, and the Mandela travelers will go back in time and change shit. And so like they went back in time and made everyone forget your sister. But it makes no sense if you
Like
really
that would
think
be
about it.
that would be cool. Have a video game like that. That doesn't change the fact that the theory is stupid.
Yeah, it's
And
fucking
it doesn't hold up
it's dumb.
against what else we have here, which is Walt Disney's head.
Yeah, dude.
Which, if you don't know, Disney. First of all, Disney runs this entire fucking world.
Yeah.
They
Did you
are
hear-
the fucking big dogs.
Not to get too sidetracked, but did you hear about Marvel creating those two non-binary characters named Snowflake and Safe Space?
No, they didn't.
I swear to God, on my mother's life.
No, they didn't.
And hear me out, right?
That is the biggest diss on half of the country.
Yeah, no, well, and also yes, and also the Safe Space, right? He can make like shields and shit like out of nothing, kind of like how like I think her name was Violet from The Incredibles, where she made like these invisible
Yeah,
shields.
the fucking bubble.
Yeah, so he can do that, but only when he's gonna save someone else.
So he can't just use the power. He has to be
dude.
inadvertently saving somebody.
Yeah, you're fucking delusional.
That is the worst superpower ever.
Yeah, and then
Because
Snowflake.
if you don't want superpowers for like the reason to just kind of fuck around and make your life easier, don't tell me that you want superpowers to save the world. You're not gonna do anything. All right?
Yeah. Well, and
That's
also,
why you're sitting inside doing nothing while this fucking coronavirus is happening.
well, and then the fucking Snowflake one had like she has basically like crystals that she can make like shurikens out of crystals, ice crystals, which is pretty cool. But that's all she does.
Fucking Snowflake.
Her name is Snowflake, dude. Yeah, that's
That
crazy.
is so good. But anyways, back on topic.
Yeah, Disney. Basically, Walt Disney's head is frozen under the fucking Disney, the Disney World, and they have his head there because they're gonna reincarnate him.
Yeah, they're just waiting to bring him back.
Yeah, which
Which would be so dope. That would be so cool.
Well,
Don't get me wrong.
yeah, if it was someone else, maybe. But Walt Disney was like an anti-Semite and a piece of shit, so
Yeah, that's also true.
not a great guy to bring back. But maybe he's like Giovanni from Pokemon. He's like the mastermind. He's not even dead. Like his head is just a theory, and then like he's just running shit and like pulling strings, and he never dies.
He's the fucking puppet master.
Yeah, he's like fucking Cain and Abel from the Bible. I've been watching a lot of Lucifer. You know, Cain is not like he never dies. I didn't know that. That was the curse that God put on him. We're not getting into that, but
I don't
that's
remember the stories.
yeah, me neither. That's the only one I know because I watched Lucifer on the CW. But yeah, Disney obviously wins. Like Mandela Effect is a cool idea, but besides that, it's a fucking shit theory that's not real.
And you can't hold up to the biggest company in the world right now, holding their headmaster's body frozen underneath their park.
Yeah, that's not happening.
There is no way.
Okay, so let's move on to the next one. The next one is
This one's tough, homie.
Well,
because
and
both of
also-
these theories, flat Earth and simulation.
Well, I think. Well, and also there's like people that believe in flat Earth automatically believe in the simulation theory. I think that's how that works.
Like they go hand in hand, but
Pretty much.
Which one's better? Obviously, first of all, flat Earth explains itself. You don't know the Earth is flat. It's not. First, it's not.
It's not flat. We don't believe it's flat.
But there are like really good.
They make
They
good.
make really good points, is what we're saying.
Well, I think the idea is that the flat Earth idea. Yes, that's crazy. That's not flat. But the idea is based on like you're being controlled. You don't know you don't know anything about this world. Like, how do you know that like you can go over Antarctica or whatever?
Kevin. First of all, I'll get into this in a second. But first of all, I want to say you need to finish Hunter x Hunter.
I'm almost done. I'm on episode 104 or something like that.
No, you like the last episode is what I want to talk about. But anyways, back to the flat Earth. So the theory is that Antarctica is actually just a wall around the globe, and the globe is on like a fucking disc.
Yeah.
They make all right. First of all, bro, I've read up on this shit. They make really good points. I don't necessarily believe it. To an extent, I do, but I'm not like crazy. Like, the Earth is flat.
Yeah, I don't think the Earth is flat. Obviously, it's not fucking flat, but it's just the idea of like it's just like critical thinking, right? How do you know that all of this is real? Like, because someone tells you, like, why would you believe anybody? So the thing is, and that's why I said flat Earth and simulation. If you believe in flat Earth, you kind of have to believe in the simulation theory, which is basically, it's not necessarily that you're in a video game and that you're being controlled, but it's the fact that how do you know you're not in some sort of Jim Carrey fucking what's that movie he was in?
Truman Show.
Yeah, you're not in some Truman Show reality where you don't
also,
know
like,
anything.
I've thought about that where like it's weird to think of like other people that go through their own life, like because you go through your own shit. You're thinking in your head constantly, so you have like your own thoughts. It's weird to think like, oh, this person is literally like Kevin is my friend because we're in a simulation and it's just brought up like he doesn't have like his own free mind and free spirit like I do.
Yeah, I have no free will, that's crazy.
You were made just for me.
My friend Solange, my ex or whatever, as you guys know, she brought up this really good point. She was taking like a philosophy class, and she brought up this really good point about, do you have free will? And I said, yeah, I can do whatever the fuck I want right now. Like, I can slap you if I wanted to right now. And she said, yeah, but why would you do that? Because I just told you about free will, and you're trying to prove a point. So are you doing it because you want to, or are you doing it to prove a point? When you go to work and you need money,
you're doing that because you need it.
You need it. Are you doing it because you want to? What things do you do because you want to? And it's like, okay, I make videos because I want to. Yeah, but are you doing that because you love it, or are you doing it because like you're not really doing anything based on nothing? There's always something around you that influences the way you choose and make your decisions.
Just like how we're all staying inside because of this fucking coronavirus. We got no free will.
Well, yeah, now it's different. But I'm saying like
no,
okay,
I agree.
Let's say I'm hungry, right?
I understand what you're saying.
Yeah,
I agree.
It's crazy. I don't know. Well, why did I get into that? Point is simulation theory, right?
Simulation.
Yeah, like, it's not basically that you're in a video game, right? That's not what it's like, It's more of the idea that we are in this world that may not be real and you have no idea. But at the end of the day, does it matter?
Yeah, like what are you gonna do about it? Just because you thought, like, just because you found out that it's real doesn't mean you're gonna shut down this fucking shit. You're in the simulation for a reason.
Yeah, just
live
your life.
If we were in a simulation, it's kind of fucked up that they wouldn't put us in some like dope world. Like, they put us in this piece of shit where like the world's dying.
Yeah. Yeah, no, they're definitely losing the game right now. They're not.
Yeah, let's put in a new fucking cartridge or something, because this is
reload, fucking something. Point is, both of these theories are fucking crazy people that come up to you and are like, "You hear about flat Earth?" Like, oh, shit.
So I'll ask you two questions. One, which one do you like more?
Oh, simulation, 100%.
Which one do you believe more?
Simulation.
I honestly
believe flat Earth more because
I believe flat Earth more. Yes.
What's your reason behind that? Because I feel like maybe we have different reasons.
Well, because like I said, my dad was a huge conspiracy buff, so he was always looking at conspiracy theory videos, and fucking flat Earth was a big one. I think my dad believes it. I'm not gonna talk for him, but I'm pretty sure he believes it. But when he was going through all this shit and looking at it, like we said, they made really good points. Like, I don't know the points right offhand. I'm not an expert on flat Earth or whatever, but I know there was like this one where like, oh, if you laid out the map the way it should, like the way it's actually laid out, there's like fucking plane flights from fucking Japan to wherever that you have to take a detour to. But if you lay it down on the flat map, like you understand, like it goes through that point in Australia or something. Like,
yeah,
I don't know. It's weird. There's so much behind it. There's this huge conspiracy theory. That's what it is. And there's just so much that they're bound to make a couple good points.
Yeah, I agree with you that they have a couple good points that make you think at least. Maybe not all of them have some sort of weight to it, but they do definitely make you think. That's one thing that we can say for sure. It does make you think. However, the reason I believe that, I guess I would be more inclined to believe it, not that I do believe it because I don't, but the reason I'd be more inclined to believe it over the simulation theory is because, look, I believe more that someone is not necessarily controlling us in the sense of like this is a simulation and nothing is real and you're the only person. Because like I can think that, right? I can think that I'm the only person that really matters right now and everybody else is just fucking pawns in the game. But we don't know that. So, and everybody can think that. So that's why I don't really believe the simulation theory. But flat Earth, I feel like, dude, the government lies to us all the time anyways. Why would they not? Like, you know how crazy people would go if they told you that it wasn't fucking round?
All I'm saying is in history, like I remember in like first grade, they said that they thought the earth was flat and some bloke just came up and was like, nah, it's round.
Yeah, I mean,
why the fuck are we gonna believe this guy?
Yeah. Well, and also it's like, you've never been to space.
I don't think anybody, well, I mean,
we'll get into. Well, no, they have gone into space, but like the point is, I don't know, man.
Have they though? Have they?
Yeah. Now they have. They've landed on the moon already, or again.
Once.
Or not on the moon.
We haven't been back.
Yeah, but we've been into space. Like they put a dog up there and shit.
That's my dog.
That's my dog. Be my dog. Yeah, flat Earth definitely wins this one. I think
flat Earth for sure.
Just because of the fact that, I mean, they go hand in hand, but flat Earth is more believable to me anyways, because I feel like the government lies to us about everything already. So it's like it wouldn't be a stretch to say that now they lied to us about this. Like that's all I'm saying. Again, I do not, because I know people get crazy about this and they get mad. I do not. Me and Chris do not believe in the flat Earth. Okay, we're pretty sure. There's not 100%, but also we're 90%, 99%
You're never
sure.
always like 100% positive.
But we're inclined to believe. We know that the fucking Earth is round. However,
maybe,
possibly.
Moving
on. The next one's fun. Nessie versus Bigfoot. Nessie, if you guys don't know, is the Loch Ness monster. Bigfoot is that fucking Bigfoot guy in the woods that everybody seems to be obsessed about. Yeah.
He's the Squatch.
So, what do you think?
All right,
I'll let you go with this one. Because honestly, fuck this one.
Back again with the fucking... we've only explored however percentage of the ocean. We don't know what the fuck is in there, bro. That's all I'm saying.
That's yes, but the Loch Ness Monster's in a lake.
Loch Ness Monster... Yeah, Loch Ness Monster's in a lake. And it's in fucking Scotland or whatever.
Yeah.
Like, sure, whatever. Like, Loch Ness Monster... is cool and all, but I believe something's in that fucking ocean.
Here's my thing, right? No, yeah, obviously. Yeah, we've only discovered like a really small percentage, and there's so much more. Well, I saw this.
I'm inclined to believe Nessie over Bigfoot.
Yeah, definitely. Nessie's gonna win this one, but I want to make an argument for Bigfoot because here's the thing, right? Now, do I believe that there's a fucking Bigfoot out there and that he's some weird fucking animal that we haven't discovered yet? Probably not. But hear me out when I say this, right? Could it have just been a fucking big bear that maybe was not discovered at the time, or even a person that was not discovered?
Just some hairy dude.
I mean, if you believe in fucking Area 51 or lizard people or Disney head being frozen, why can't we say, like, yes, we've discovered a lot of the United States, right? But what about other places? What about ocean, like islands in the ocean? Like, we haven't discovered there, or like, we don't know what's out there really. Like, we really don't know. We're just going off of word of mouth. Again, if there was a Bigfoot, why the fuck would anybody tell you about it? I don't understand that. Like, I don't get where it's like, if there's a $1,000 reward for mermaids, it's like, why, dude? Just give it to a fucking scientist and move along. What are you doing? What? No one's gonna... I would never... Dude, I saw The 13th Year recently. It's a movie about a kid that turns into a fucking mermaid, and it has a mermaid mom and all this shit.
Talk about that one a lot, don't you?
Yeah, dude. The beginning of the movie is fucking crazy. Okay, there's this random guy that goes, what is that? That's a big, beautiful mermaid. And then he's just like freaking out. And then he's like, whoa. And he's happy. Why are you happy to see a fucking mermaid, dude? It's a mermaid. It's scary. There's a person in the water with a fucking big ass fin who is very attractive, by the way. I just wanted to point that out. Fine.
Well, all right. So have you actually like looked up on like fucking mermaid sightings and shit like that?
I haven't
Like
in a long
mer
time.
people or whatever.
I haven't in a long time.
There was one that I saw that was fucking crazy. It was like they were in a fucking submarine. It was some like scientist from like the BBC or whatever, and they were recording, and this fucking hand, 5-finger hand with fucking fin or what are these called, like webbed fingers, like it touched the glass and started moving. You could see its face, dude.
Yeah.
First of all, ugly bitch.
Okay, Chris, that's
Ugly
fine,
bitch.
right? But think about this. Yeah, well, I mean, obviously, if mermaids were real, they would be fucking disgusting because they're underwater all the time. They're gonna be pruny and gross.
Yeah.
But I hate the fact that people think that they're gonna be gorgeous. If there was a gorgeous mermaid out there, I would have sex with it. 100%. Doesn't matter if it's a guy or girl. I want to do it because that's a legendary creature. So, but my point is,
with my master balls.
yeah, with my master ball. So on her face. And the
Kevin.
point is what was I saying? The point is, I can't remember what I was saying. Fuck, man.
Mermaids and fucking them. They're ugly.
I'm just
They're
saying,
pruny.
mermaids are fucking like. Why are you so happy to see a mermaid? You don't know anything about mermaids. There's theories about mermaids being sirens and the fact that they
Yes,
sing
I
to
was gonna
you
say
and
the
killing
sirens.
you and like, dude, why the fuck are you happy about this? They're not
They
good
lure in the
things,
fishermen.
okay? They're not good things. But I just don't believe that I just don't believe that. I don't believe them. But at the same time, I don't even know why we started talking about mermaids, but Nessie might be real. We don't
Nessie.
know what's in there. We don't know what's in the water. There is this image that is used to explain the dark web a lot, which is like, this is the amount of the internet that you see. This is how much the dark web shows. And then this is the rest of it. Like, this is like the deep web and all that shit. Like, this is all of it. And it's all the way down to the ocean's like bottom, like the floor, which we can't get down there, not physically anyways. So yeah, I believe Nessie more. I'm just saying, like, Bigfoot could be real. Why the fuck would anybody say, like, I don't know, the government lies to us all the time, so why the fuck would they not lie to us about Bigfoot? That's my thing with a lot of these. It's like, why wouldn't they? What do they gain from telling us the truth? If we knew about Bigfoot, we would be freaking the fuck out. I mean, look at this pandemic right now. Everybody's freaking out because the media doesn't know how to fucking talk, and they suck. The media sucks, by the way.
Yeah, could you imagine if the government came out and be like, yeah, we've been holding up fucking aliens in Area 52. Everybody would be like, I fucking knew it. Everybody freak out.
Yeah.
And
a lot of
worse than
people,
this fucking corona shit.
Yeah, a lot of people would be after the aliens. They would want to see them. So yeah, Nessie definitely wins this one. Let's just move on because this one's. I didn't think this one would talk. We would talk about this one as much, but we did. So this one's the big one, I think.
Yeah.
These are the two that honestly I believe more over any other one of this, besides like Siri and the hidden cameras, obviously, because those are real. These are the ones. Now I don't know which one you want to talk about first, but
we'll talk about JFK first.
Okay.
So
I don't even know how to start this.
Neither do I, honestly.
So the theory is there's multiple theories, right? There's theories about who did it. There's theories about even though there was a
how many people were involved.
How many people were involved? Who was involved? Now, I'm going to just start off with this one so the mob doesn't kill me. The mob, I do not have any problems with you. I am not trying to out you. I am not trying to solve this case. That is over. Lee Harvey Oswald did it. Sure, fine,
Allegedly.
whatever. Allegedly. But the mob definitely had something to do with it. A lot of the mob did not like him. From what I've read, there was a lot of problems that he had with the mob, and he was trying to crack down on the mob. Again, from what I understand. So dude, the mob has killed so many people. I don't think there's a problem with killing the president at that point.
Yeah.
If he's a problem to you and you think he can make change, which JFK did have promise.
The mob's not gonna, just because you're president, the mob's not gonna be like, oh, we can't kill him.
Yeah, they don't give a fuck about if you're president or like a porn star or if you're like a janitor. Like they don't
They're
care.
gonna fuck you up, bro.
Yeah, they're gonna kill you no matter what. So yeah, there's like theories about the mob. There's theories about obviously there was. I do definitely believe there was 2 shooters, and I don't think Lee Harvey Oswald did it. Or if he did do it, he definitely didn't act alone. I just don't think that like if you shoot the president of the United States, you don't brag about it, because he was like. He was very like, I didn't do it. I was set up, or like, I don't know if he said it was set up, but he said he didn't do it.
Probably did.
He maybe did it, but also I don't think so, because it's just like.
No, I'm saying he probably said he was set up.
Oh yeah, probably. But I don't know. Like I just find it weird that if you shoot the president of the United States, one of the biggest people in the world, at that point, like if I killed Kanye West, hold up, let me not say that. If someone killed Kanye West. I love Kanye, by the way. That's like my favorite rapper. If someone killed Kanye West, wouldn't they brag about it? I mean, you killed Joe Schmo down the street. He's like, yeah, I did it. I fucking hated that motherfucker. It's like,
fuck that guy.
What?
I'll do it again if I had to. Like,
but if it's the president, you're not gonna do that. I don't buy that. I don't buy that at all. And also, even the guy that got shot, because there's 3 people in the car. There was his wife, or 4. There was the driver. There was some guy, I can't fucking remember his name right now.
Probably like a security guard or whatever.
No, it wasn't a security guard. It was a politician. It was an official.
Oh.
And then it was JFK in the back, and then to the left of JFK was his wife.
I thought it was to the right.
Left, definitely left.
Okay.
Because if the car's like this, and he's on the right.
I thought he was on the left side.
No, he's definitely on the right, because what I'm about to say to you right now.
Okay.
Because the guy in front, so the first bullet shot, and it hit JFK, and then it hit the guy up front.
He was on the right.
Under the nipple or some shit like that. There's a theory about this magic bullet. He said that the bullet would have to go like this. If it was one shooter, the first bullet would have to hit JFK in the shoulder, go through him, go through the car seat, and go through the guy's under the guy's right nipple, and then hit him in the leg. That's what the first bullet would have to do. The second bullet would have probably missed. The third bullet would have. There's no way that happened. All those impacts and it didn't explode? Fucking bullshit. But whatever. I digress. Point is, JFK definitely, the assassination of JFK, that shit was
JFK definitely died. Like 100%.
He was dead. He was definitely dead. 100%. And then we go to the moon landing, which is...
Now...
I feel like everyone knows about the moon landing.
Everybody knows about it, sure. But...
Like the nitty-gritty stuff, like the rocks.
Come on, dude. There was something where, so obviously when they did the moon landing, they filmed it live. And there was this thing that, like, in Australia when they were filming it live, in this small town, they had this when they were watching it, they saw this fucking Coca-Cola bottle on the side of the screen just chilling on the moon.
Yeah.
And then if you go back now, like, it's no longer there because they'd fucking
fixed it.
Yeah, but they couldn't. Obviously, they couldn't fix it live. But
yeah, well, yeah, and that's word of mouth, right? So we can't obviously 100% say that's true, but there are weird things about, like, when you look at the images of the moon landing, there seems to be strings holding the people up, and some of the rocks have letters on them as if it was on a set, as if this is rock A, this is rock B, this is rock C. Shit like that is weird. The lighting seemed off. The way they moved seemed off from the tests they had done about the moon. Even now, like, if you go to a zero gravity thing, it doesn't
the wind
look
on
like
the
that.
flag was
what wind is it up there? That's fucking weird. Yeah, there's a bunch of weird things. Here's why I believe this.
We haven't been back to the moon since then.
Mad weird.
Homie, you're telling me that we went from these box TVs to these dual monitors and we can't go back to the fucking moon?
Yeah, like, what the fuck? Dude, we went from literally gas cars to electric cars and we can't go to the moon.
Also, another thing was like the fucking like Challenger, where they're like, oh yeah, we'll bring like lucky guests to go to the moon and into space, and that flight fails and blew up midway, like on takeoff, just fucking blew up.
Wait, did it? I had no idea about that.
Yeah, yeah. Look up the fucking U.S. Challenger or something like that.
Well, yeah, but why would it even dude, imagine blowing up in 2020. I don't get that at all. Like, Jesus Christ.
Well, it wasn't 2020.
20 whatever. It's like we were in 1950 whatever the fuck. It was the moon landing happened. Well, and also there's this whole thing about like we were in a race with like Russia and shit to be the first ones to the moon. Which was like just to be petty, we decided to try to be the first ones to make it seem like we were the best at the time. And I believe that, like, that makes sense. I don't really mind it, to be honest. Like, I get it. Like, trying to save face and be like the number one.
Well, also
country.
like during the time, it was like the fucking Cold War, wasn't it, or something like that.
Something like that.
Like,
It was
we were against Russia, anyways.
yeah, and
But yeah,
Russia,
no,
Russia was trying to do it. China was trying to do. We were all fighting for to be the number one person on the moon, the first person on the moon, and to put the flag up there.
So yeah, so the Space Shuttle Challenger disaster happened in 1986 and killed 7 people that were on that shuttle.
Yeah, like, dude, what the fuck? Now we can't go back to the moon. It's 2020, dude.
Yeah.
Whatever. Point is, which one do you believe? I mean, JFK I believe more, but I like the moon landing more.
Honestly, I believe the moon landing more.
Really? That there was a second shooter? You think there's more of a possibility that the moon landing was faked than there being a second shooter in the JFK assassination?
I'm not saying that I don't believe in the JFK assassination, but I'm inclined to believe more that they faked the moon landing. Plus, it's also I think it's a better theory in general.
Did you hear about the JFK? Apparently, there was a different angle, another videographer that was recording at the time, and they had a tape that showed somebody on the lawn, an extra person on the lawn that might have been the shooter, and then the government lost the footage. How do you lose footage, dude? I've never lost footage ever. I've gotten footage corrupted. I've gotten footage. I've lost SD cards. You can't lose a big fucking wheel, dude. You don't lose a big wheel. Okay? You just don't lose a wheel.
You could misplace the wheel.
You can misplace the wheel, but you can't fucking lose the wheel, dude. You don't lose a big ass wheel. What do you put in the back of your car and then all of a sudden, I don't know where I put that. It's like, dude, what?
You also got to know that guy fired.
Well, no, he gave it to the government, and the government lost it. It wasn't him that lost it.
Oh.
Yeah.
The government? Oh,
yeah.
Fuck those guys.
Yeah, that's fucking bullshit. Get the fuck out of here, bro.
I still think moon landing goes up.
I'll go with you on moon landing just because there's no way that Nessie is winning the next one regardless.
No.
So yeah. I mean, we'll
just go from here. Like now that we're here.
Yeah, we're already here, so might as well. Yeah, moon landing definitely over Nessie. I don't know which one I believe more. I honestly don't know because of I guess moon landing I believe more because Nessie is a specific creature. But the fact that there's so much of the ocean that's not explored, like we don't know. It's
like without thinking of Nessie and just thinking of like sea creatures in general, that could be like a whole different topic.
Yeah, but Nessie in particular.
But we decided to go with Nessie because of the fucking Bigfoot. But yeah Nessie in particular, it's like we don't really know.
It's not really that strong. Yeah, I think moon landing definitely wins there.
This one, Flat Earth and Walt Disney.
I think Disney's head is like cool.
Yeah, it's definitely cooler,
but also, but Flat Earth is just so interesting. I feel like if we put Disney versus moon landing's gonna win. So we need to put Flat Earth.
Yeah,
because we want to give it a competition, and Disney's cool and all, but it's not like
it doesn't hold up. Yeah, you're right.
All right, let's move on to
the extent of Disney is just he's chilling at the bottom of the park.
Yeah. All right, so let's move on to Paul is Dead and Siri Can Hear. I personally think Siri Can Hear is a lot more plausible.
Especially now because everybody has a fucking iPhone.
Well, yeah, it's definitely scarier to more people. I don't think Paul is Dead is that scary. I think it's fucked up if that is real. I don't know how much I believe it just because I haven't really looked up into it that much, but it's definitely a cool theory. I just think Siri is like way scarier. Fucking scary, dude. So yeah, I think Siri is gonna win that one. And then let's move on to Area 51 and the 27 Club. This is where we're gonna duke it out because I think I know you. I think you want 27 Club to win.
I don't know, man.
I just think
Like,
Area
I
51
honestly-
has such cool, like, dude, Area 51.
Yeah, and especially with, like, when we were talking about, like, the fucking Area 52 shit, stuff like
Yeah,
that.
that adds onto it as well.
Area 51 for sure wins.
Unfortunately, even though 27 Club is weird, but I feel like that again, and I'm not trying to make a joke. This isn't like me trying to be funny. It probably is, but it's really not trying to make like light of all these people dying. But dude, that seems more like a serial killer than anything. Like a white lighter in your pocket, all 27-year-old musicians, like, or mostly 27-year-old musicians. That's weird, but yeah, I think
Area 51 definitely is.
It's
better,
just cooler. It's just a cooler theory, in my opinion. So let's go back. Since we're already here, let's just do Area 51 versus Siri. Can hear you.
though. So, all right.
Should we do like which one we believe more?
Here's what we're inclined to do, because Siri can hear you. Obviously, we have like firsthand experience with this shit.
Right.
And Area 51, obviously Area 51 is a cooler conspiracy theory. It's got way more depth than Siri does. And yeah, I'm sure you could bring the whole Siri can hear you shit into like Google's always listening and all this shit, and like technology's always like they're keeping track of you with the fucking cookies and whatnot.
Yeah, Big Brother type shit. Did you read that book?
But I didn't. But Area 51, dude. Like,
I just
it's
think
this one's hard. This one's hard.
well, the thing is, which one? Let's do something. Let's see which one do you believe more? Because if we do which one is cooler, Area 51 is fucking cooler.
Area 51's cooler, but I believe Siri can hear you more.
Yeah, there's more facts about Siri can hear you and that you're getting tracked.
We don't know anything about Area 51. We've never been inside of it. We don't know what the fuck they're keeping in there. The only thing that we're feeding is our imagination.
Well, yeah, and also the thing that I told you about the chemical and all that shit, which was a part of it. Which is, I find that's the part that I find weird, right? He said, I got government officials threatening my life, so I decided to speak out and blah, blah, blah. That they made me make this chemical. And then, and one thing I forgot to mention, which might sway you, to be honest, is that later, I think these Swedish physicists, or some country, created the chemical.
Okay.
And the chemical, if you don't handle it right, can become basically a black hole because it's energy. Yeah. And that's what allegedly was used to power the vehicles. And now there's this whole thing about like getting funds to actually create the chemicals to sustain it, because they can only sustain it for 1 second. 1 second they can only sustain it. So I think that's pretty interesting. I think that's really cool. Siri's a lot scarier to me than that.
Yeah.
Because like if that's real, then now we have fucking cooler cars. So it's really all like that's all we have, like, or like cooler like flying vehicles. That's all we have.
All right, hey, I hate to do this to you, but I've had to go to the bathroom for like the past 40 minutes.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I really have to go. I'll be right back. All right, so Area 51 and Siri can hear you.
Oh yeah, so I just think that it's like cool, the fact that like there's this guy trying to speak out, and it's like maybe he's lying, which is very possible. That's fine, but also, like, who would believe you if you had some groundbreaking information? So it's like
So all right, so let's go on this. What do you think? What is your take on
I think Siri is definitely a scary,
because obviously, yeah, Siri's one that we can believe more, and it is scary. Like, it's real, it's fucking this is some real shit that's going on. Yeah. But Area 51 is just like, it's kind of cool,
Well, and also let me add a flame to the fuel for Siri, since I did it for Area 51. there was this one time, our mutual friend Dex, I was talking to Dex, and we were talking about things and stuff, and just talking, right? And he mentioned some sort of clothing or some sort of this
And
item.
the fucking ad
Yes,
came
and
up.
the ad came up for those things. So
Fuck that shit. That
who's
happens
to
all
say-
the time.
Who's to say we're recording right now, right? Who's to say
Yeah.
that they're not listening to us right now, and that we're gonna get ads about fucking Area 51 or like videos recommended to us? Like that's very possible.
Yeah, I think Siri can hear you.
Yeah, it has to win because it's just like more. It's scarier to me.
Now, moon landing and flat Earth. Moon landing, right?
Yeah, moon landing has to win there.
Moon landing has to win.
Again, flat Earth. We don't believe in the flat Earth. It's a very cool theory. It's very interesting, and you know, it's more of saying like, why the fuck would you believe the government and anything really? Because I mean, like, why? Like, just because someone tells you something doesn't mean it's real. But that's, you could say the same thing about the moon landing because I don't believe the moon landing was actually real. I think it was faked. So I think moon landing has to win there just because it goes over my 2 points that flat Earth goes over, but I believe the moon landing. So yeah, that one definitely wins. Now, and listen,
we're down to the final two.
The
Siri
final
can
two.
hear you, and moon landing.
This is gonna be hard, Chris.
This is for all the fucking marbles, dude. This is the crown champion of the conspiracy theories.
Yes, and we have to,
and that's on our shoulders. We get to decide that.
Yeah, we are the ones that decide this right here, right now. And the thing is, we have to decide what's more interesting. What do we believe more? What's more possible? Now, obviously, the one that's more possible.
The more possible one is Siri can hear you.
Yes.
But I believe both of them.
Yeah, no, I believe both of them. So I feel like that one's out the window. The cooler one.
So here's the thing. The cooler one's moon landing. So that's the thing. Like
I don't know, dude.
I think so. I think it is.
I think it's cool to think that we faked it, but also like
yeah, I can understand where you're coming from. Like Siri can hear you. Like that's a deep subject. Like that can go.
Yeah, because it's not just Siri can hear you. It's like
that's
they
fucking
can hear you.
Google,
So
Yahoo, Bing,
and also,
whatever the fuck.
And also, what do they use? What are they doing with that information? Is what scares me the most. Because like with the moon landing,
files on everybody.
Yeah, with the moon landing, it's like, you know, whatever. Like, yeah, it got faked. Like we haven't been to the moon. Why do we even need to go to the moon in reality? Like, what are we gonna do up there? Is it just some sort of like feat that we had to achieve? But now we're going to Mars. We're not focused on the moon anymore. Maybe we were already at the moon, and it's like,
let me
just
ask you
like
this.
Bullshit. Yeah.
Is the moon made of cheese? Because that's a theory, isn't it?
Not made of cheese. That makes the moon landing way worse. Well, there's like
but you've swayed me. You've swayed me.
In the simulation theory, fucking allegedly the moon is where the base of operations. You know, the producer's studio. Like this is where like they control everything, which is kind of cool.
You know something. As a kid, I always wondered. Like, obviously, I get it, like Earth rotation and shit like that. But like, seven days out of the week, the moon is setting and it's like right there all the time. And then one random day it's gonna be like over here, and then it's back on track like that. I don't know if you've ever noticed that, but that was something as a kid where I was like, why the moon's usually like always over there, but now it's like over here, like just in some like completely opposite direction.
And I don't know, man. I definitely think Siri can hear you is a lot scarier just because of the consequences that it can have on our lives. Like if I said,
I've got a fucking phone right here. I don't got the moon.
Yeah, if I said baby dicks right now, is Siri gonna be like, oh, he said baby dicks now? Now I'm on a fucking watch list.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like if you look up,
now you're registered.
Well, there's always that joke that if you look up something that's maybe illegal or something you shouldn't see. That you're on a watch list now. So it's like, why wouldn't they do that with voices if they can hear us?
Yep.
That's fucking scary.
Siri can hear you.
I think that's the winner, ladies and gentlemen.
When we first talked about this and made this bracket, I did not think Siri could hear you would go this far.
Yeah, I honestly thought that either the flat Earth, I thought Illuminati or moon landing would win. Moon landing got up there, but Illuminati didn't even fucking move, dude.
I think we were just afraid.
I think so, maybe
we were afraid to move that.
Well,
one
there's
up.
a lot more. I think we should have talked about like New World Order and like the whole.
Yeah, I mean,
fucking...
there's a lot that we could have brushed on.
Well, yeah, there's always
about.
so much information on all of these. I just think that,
and
Siri
obviously
can
we
hear
don't
you.
we don't know all the facts of these conspiracy theories. We've brushed over them. We're just giving our take on what we've heard and what we believe. Obviously, this like Siri can't hear you isn't like the best conspiracy theory ever.
It's just the one that we
this,
believe the most, the one that scares us the most, to be honest. And yeah. So I think that's all for today's episode.
Thank you guys for tuning in. Thanks for stopping. Thank you for if you made it this far into the episode. Make sure to hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and check out our channels, which is
also tell your friends, share your friends, tell them, hey, you're bored, quarantined up. Go watch these guys. They're pretty funny.
You got
pretty
4
cool.
fucking episodes to
and
go.
Yes, and comment down below. Which one do you like the most? What's your favorite conspiracy theory? Write them all down, even if we didn't do them, because maybe we'll do this one, again with different conspiracy theories. So just comment down below. Which ones do you like the most? And which ones do you believe the most?
That, and also don't forget, new video coming out next week as well. And then we'll be back on the routine every other Friday.
Yes. So stay tuned for that. Go follow us on Twitter. That's where we will be posted, like telling you all this
Follow
information.
us and the Rejected Gamer podcast on Twitter.
We're going to put all that down below. Thank you guys for watching. Tickle my fanny.
Peace.